Guys, we have officially entered Libra season and it is giving love, money, and beauty. Beauty, I tell you, beauty. Some of you could be in a space where you just feel like you are beautifying yourself. You're changing up a lot of things. Some of you, this could be your hair, this could be your wardrobe, this could be even small things like your jewelry. You are really focusing very much on your aesthetics. And some of you have come into this space where you may have been in a sort of a bind, I'm hearing, when it came to your creativity. But the energy of Libra is really helping you to tap into the frequency of beauty. And that beauty is bringing forth and birthing some form of creative venture, or just the energy of, you know, your creative pursuits, and allowing you to create from a very divine and luxurious and fun and flirty energy. I'm feeling a really fun and flirty energy right now. Something happened yesterday. Something shifted yesterday. And I know we are going through an equinox right now as well. And I believe it hits its peak in the UK at 7:19, okay? From what I looked up anyway. It could have hit this peak already for wherever you are around the world. But in the UK, I'm sure it is 7:19 from what I've seen. So we are in this equinox energy where everything is shifting, okay? So I feel like something very significant happened either for you yesterday. This is a timeless reading. But what I'm getting is that there was a decision that was made. Now, this decision does not have to be a decision that was made out loud. I feel like for a lot of you, this was a decision that was made internally, okay, silently, between you and God, you and Source, you and Allah, you and Buddha, you and that energy, divine mother, divine father, whatever you refer to that energy as. There was something shifted, something was decided, and for some of you, that decision has shifted things for you today. You could have woke up in a space feeling a lot lighter. You could have woken up in a space of feeling like revving to go, a lot of energy, or some of you could have just been in this season of just locking in. Like, okay, we ain't gonna wait till October to lock in. We locking in now, okay? The last 3 months of the year start for you now, okay? You don't have to start the 1st of October. It's starting for you now, okay? I wanted to say octopus. So octopus is significant. Someone's got octopus tattoo. Something about I'm also hearing sea lions as well. Something about swimming underwater. Some of you could be, is it deep sea diving or scuba diving, or that's something you're wanting to do, or you've got it on your bucket list, or someone just added it to their bucket list, or someone's making a bucket list of places they want to go for next year, okay? And they're really putting in the momentum and the inspired action to make sure that these things happen. But there's a lot of inspiration that is going to come over the next few weeks, going into the next few months. But there is a decision, and some of you, this decision has to do with a person, okay? Now, I'm going to warn you now, because we're in Libra energy, it's giving Venusian, Venus. Do you understand? So, more than likely, I'm learning to be okay with doing more love readings. For the most part, I try to avoid love readings just because, you know, personal reasons. But for the most part, Spirit is getting me more comfortable doing love reasons and bringing through that energy. And we are in the energy of Venus right now. We are in Libra season, so it's only right, okay? So I do feel like at this particular time, there is something going on here between you and a particular person, and there has been a decision that's been made. Now, for some of you, like I said, this decision has not been verbally said. It's been an internal decision, but that internal decision, the emotion and the energy from that decision that has been made internally within your inner worlds is so strong that is now starting to ripple and is now coming into fruition and coming into the physical world. So things are going to start shifting around you, okay? I feel like for some of you, you have decided that there is a certain person or even business or venture or idea that you are going after, and you are going after it full throttle. And I feel like you're going to start to see things just start to kind of come into place. I'm seeing like a kaleidoscope. You know, like when you look for a kaleidoscope, at first you're like, okay, what's going on? And then when it starts to move, everything just seems to merge and come together as just one beautiful, pretty picture. That's sort of what I'm seeing. Kaleidoscopes are significant. Some of you could be in a space where you are making mind movies. I still got glitter on my face. You would have never thought I scrubbed all that glitter off, but here we are. You could be in a space where you're making like mind movies, mind maps, things to just really help to navigate your manifestations. And some of you, that's a really very powerful way for you to manifest, if this is something that you're doing and you're noticing that it's working for you. I'm also hearing something about a cross-country race, or going cross country or something like that. I'm seeing someone running though, so I don't know if this is a cross country run or hike or something. There's something about cross country. I'm also getting Wales as well. Wales is significant. All right, the Isles of Wales or something like that. And that's significant. But when it comes to a particular person that you may be in the space of pursuing, this is something that you've had to think long and hard about, is what I'm getting. You've had to think long and hard about whether you're going to pursue this person. Some of you have just been in a space of Oh, this is deep. Some of you have just been in a space where you have been wanting love for a very, 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 very long time. For some of you, especially if you're a singleton, okay, you've been wanting love for a very, very long time, and now you've just been in a space. Not only have you been working on yourself for you, but I feel like some of you have been in a space where you are preparing yourself, your vessel, and your life, and making space for your person to come in. So this internal decision could have been a decision where you've decided, you know what, I'm preparing myself to be a lover, I'm preparing myself to be a partner, I'm preparing myself to be a wife, I'm preparing myself to be a husband, I'm preparing myself to be a mother. You're preparing yourself to just invite this love into your life, and you're literally making space and things of that nature for this to come in. Okay, just a little tip for those of you that are doing that: if you are trying to bring someone in and you are trying to make space, actually integrate your life as if the person is already there. So if you're having dinner, lay out a plate. If you're having a glass of wine, put another glass there and fill it up. Buy like perfumes and things like that, and clothing that you know that your person would like or would be in alignment for what you would like your person to be in, whether that's like, say, tops or suits or shoes or slippers or anything like that, right? Align yourself with that energy. Start acting as if this person is here. Do you understand? I'm also hearing someone getting 2 sets of keys for their apartment, so that your partner has a set of keys. So having like a cute little key ring that represents them, and so on and so forth, and having their key on the key rack. Like really infusing your life as if this person is already here. Okay, that's a tip for some of you. I felt like I needed to say that, so that's a spiritual prompting from spirit. Okay, but some of you are in a space where you've literally made that decision. Okay, or some of you have made a decision that, I did a reading before where it was kind of like you was teetering before about whether you wanted a relationship or not, and that internal decision for a lot of you has been like, yeah, actually, you know what, you want that love, but you only on like one main condition. You want that love to the highest degree of how you see it for yourself. If it's mediocre, you don't want it. But if there is a love out there that exists for you of the highest degree, a love that even lies down and stands still for, I think that's great. Hold on, it's from my favorite movie. Wait. I dream of a love that even time lays down and stays still for. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So there's that. So it's almost as if you have decided. I literally went into the loophole of like the whole film. That film's practical magic, but that whole film literally just played out in my mind. But yeah, some of you have just been in that space where you have made that decision for yourself and you're not teetering anymore. You've literally just said to source energy, look, this is something I want, but if it's going to be mediocre and it's going to be full of all of these things that I've been through before, then I don't want it. Like, you're making it very, very clear. And I feel like this is a space that you need to be in, because spirit has really been trying to get you to just be very clear about your intentions, okay? Because there are a lot of things that I'm seeing that you want for yourself and that you are trying to achieve for yourself and so on and so forth. But for some reason, for some of the things that you've been wanting, you haven't made your intention really, really clear. You said you've wanted it, but there is no energy. There's no energy and motion behind it. So spirit's in the space of getting you to have energy and motion behind it. And once that energy has literally anchored onto that vision that you have, that's when it starts to cause momentum, and that's when things start conspiring in your favor to start moving in a direction that you truly want and need for yourself. Okay. Something about here about moon bathing as well, because I believe it is a new moon today. Is it a new moon today? I believe it is a new moon today. So get your moon waters, put your crystals out, get them charged up, things of that nature. Something about moon water being very beneficial for you, or some of you even just putting some of your favorite beverages out to be charged. Okay, like beauty drinks. Okay, so you can have your beauty water that you drink first thing in the morning because it's charged up and you set that intention and things like that. Enhance your beauty, but not just your beauty as in just the physical, but your attitude, your demeanor, your aura, your energy. It's just giving just luxury, and it's just giving unicorn. Okay. Just giving unicorn. But that's kind of what I'm feeling for you right now. I do feel like some of you, there's something about someone works in a warehouse, or someone's buying a warehouse, or you've literally just got a warehouse for whatever reason. Something about a clothing brand. Some of you could be starting up a clothing brand or wanting a clothing brand. I'm seeing like t-shirts, but I'm also seeing jumpers as well. There's also something about some of you maybe are really going into content creation and taking it really, really seriously as well. I'm also seeing some of you opening up a second page if you've already got a page already or something like that, or you're doing like a I don't know why, but I'm seeing like a subscription service. Okay, something of that nature. Or some of you have had courses, like online courses that you have paid for, that have literally just been sitting there, and now you're getting the inspiration to really double down in these courses. Some of you are choosing to open up another avenue within the business that you're currently in. There is just a lot of newness that's coming in, and it's just literally on the lead up to October, where we literally have the preview of what the universal year 1 looks like for the entire consciousness and an entire globe overall, right? So there's a lot of like movement. I'm hearing the name Stephanie, Stefan could be significant. Aurora, that could also be someone's name. Or there's something very that magnetizing and just, what's that word I'm looking for? like being in awe. I'm seeing the word awe. So it's like being mesmerized, like your aura is mesmerizing. Thank you, Spirit. Your aura is mesmerizing is what I'm seeing. But there is also something about you receiving these spiritual codes. There are certain codes that are coming in. Some of you could be noticing that you're drawing symbols, or some of you could be noticing that your daydreams are becoming very, 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 very vivid and accurate premonitions, okay? And this could be increasing for you as well, is also what I'm seeing. There's something about you walking around with a clear quartz crystal, okay? Just to amplify the energy around you. But just be aware of that though. With your clear quartz crystal, you want to make sure that you program it to like it's a very programmable crystal. So with your clear quartz, just make sure that the intention you're setting for that clear quartz is clear, okay? Because if you don't set an intention, it can either amplify the energy of joy, but it can also amplify the energy of anger or anxiety or anything like that. So just make sure that you are setting the intentions with your crystals and making sure that they're clear intentions, so the crystal knows exactly what it needs to do, and it gives off and helps to vibrate and radiate the energy that you need it for, okay? Yes, I'm seeing a lot of that. Someone is going to get a back tattoo, or they're going to get a consultation for a back tattoo, okay? And some of you are downloading your back tattoo designs or just your tattoo designs overall, okay? Something about an inspiring conversation that inspires you to get a specific type of tattoos. There's something significant, like I mentioned tattoos yesterday. So something about tattoos is very significant. Also, someone that you have family members and friends abroad. Some of you got birthdays coming up, and you got family and friends that live abroad that are coming to surprise you, okay? There's surprise coming. I don't want to ruin the surprise, I'm sorry. But you've got surprise family members and friends that are coming to see you for your birthday, but you don't know about this. And even though I'm telling you, you still won't know about this. There's something significant about surprises here, okay? There's something you're going to be surprised and delighted about, all right? I'm also feeling like there is something going on behind the scenes, right? Like there is someone in your energy and there's something going on behind the scenes and you don't know what this person's got going on. But there is something, you are about to be real surprised and delighted. There is something going on that you didn't even know was happening, right? I just feel like you're a hot topic, honey. Like, I just feel like there's just a lot going on around you that you have no idea about. Like, literally, you've got towers that are falling in people's lives simply at the mention of your name. Okay? It's kind of what I'm getting. I'm seeing someone with like a nervous twitch. Okay? I don't know why, but there's going to be a lot of things. Something's going to be offered to you. There's like an opportunity that's going to be offered to you and you're going to feel really nervous about this. And for someone, when you get nervous, your stomach starts to ache and you sometimes might need to go to the toilet, or you start to get dry throat, or you start to get like itchy, or you fiddle a lot, okay? There's something here about that. There's something about you fiddling or so on and so forth. But I'm here and take the opportunity. This opportunity is going to allow you to shine, okay? Shine brighter than you have shined before, okay? And this is something that is, whatever you're working on is very, very unique, okay? I feel like for some of you, it might be technology based. Okay, some of you have a proposal to propose to a company, or you have a company that you're proposing to, like a bigger company, so that you become like sister companies or something like that. You're doing something big. You're taking some major steps, okay? And some of these major steps are steps that you have literally dreamed of. Some of you have been going into the astrals, pulling back information, and now using this information in your businesses and in your daily life. And that is why you're seeing such a turnaround when it comes to abundance, prosperity, and things just moving at a fast pace. It's like that snowball effect. The snowball's small, and as it goes down the hill, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and builds more momentum until it's like this giant, massive snowball, okay? So there's something about that, okay? Some of you, when you go to sleep at night, please cover your heads, whether that's with a bonnet or a shirt or what do you call it? A beanie. Something about a beanie hat as well. Like, cover your head when you're sleeping, okay? So that you are not susceptible to like energetic interference, because some of you have been maybe noticing that you've been having some weird wacky dreams, and that's because there's a certain level of interference that's been going on. Some of you have been overthinking as well, and some of you have been going to bed way too late and you've been doom scrolling is also what I'm hearing. So some of you need to take that into consideration. The number 888 is also significant. 444, 44 has been haunting me. It's been haunting me, so I know it's not just about my energy, but I know that's a collective message. So 44, 444, 88 is significant as well, and 1212, okay? I'm hearing receive, be open to receive, There's going to be a lot, like, this season is going to be a very giving season, and I feel like there was a lot of things that want to be given to you and be bestowed upon you, but you have to be open to receive. And I feel like some of you maybe need to light some of you need to light a red candle, okay, and write a red or pink candle, and get a piece of paper and write a receiving letter, a letter to just basically state to the universe that you are now open to receive what is divinely owed to you and what you deserve. Okay, there's something about you letting the universe know that you are open to receiving what is rightfully yours. Okay, and that's all of your blessings and everything that is owed to you and everything that you know you deserve deep down. Okay, and there's something about this letter that you're writing is going to have so many things, and what you'll start to notice is that you'll start to go into maybe automatic love writing, where there's so much stuff that your inner aspects actually want to bring through and say, okay, we deserve this, we deserve that, and so on and so forth. Some of you may start crying when you write this letter, but it's all for good reason, because this letter is a space of you literally showing yourself how much you are deserving of the things that you may think that you are not deserving of. Okay, this letter is about basically helping to put you on a pedestal. Now, for some of you, I'm hearing that you can write this letter and keep it in your journal, but if you feel called to burn it as a symbolism, as giving it over to the universe, you can also do that too. Or some of you, before you something about also submerging the water, the letter in water, let it dry out, and then burning it is something significant. Okay, that's what my ancestor is saying to me. So there's something about that as well. All right. Okay. Or you can take the letter, once you've written it, take the letter, fold it into 4, place a cup of water on it, right? Because obviously water holds memory, and these are all the things that you're choosing to receive. And then in the morning, because there's something about the water absorbing that energy, in the morning you drink the water and then you can burn it. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's what my ancestors are telling me that you can do. All right. Only if it resonates with you though. Okay. You take it one step at a time. But this is kind of what I'm feeling for you at the minute. But there is a lot that's going on behind the scenes, and a lot of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes, which is to do with your name, right? For some of you, I feel like you could be in a space of causing some kind of breakup. I don't know why I'm getting that. You could be in a space of causing some type of breakup or some type of turbulence between a business or a group of friends or something, right? You may have found out something recently about a friend in a certain social setting, a certain social group, or a group of friends that you're a part of. You could have found out like someone was talking bad about you, or there was just talk around you. It doesn't necessarily have to be bad, but I am getting, for some of you, it was like gossip. And you're finding out about this, but you're only finding out about this because shit has hit the fan with so family. This could be family members as well, but shit has hit the fan in the sense that you're only going to find out about this because members of this friendship group or this family dynamic really root for you. They see that you are a genuine person. They see that you're a person of love, and they see that you're not a person that plays games, and you're not out here playing games and just tearing hearts apart, right? So they're going to come to you because there's something about them standing up for you, okay? Something about them standing up for you. And you could have had an inkling that something weird was going on, so you pulled back your energy, but you did it unknowingly. Like intuitively, your body was letting you know, yeah, some shit's going down, but you didn't actually know what was going on, and just naturally you started to distance yourself away from this particular group, or you started to distance yourself away from these particular family members because something just wasn't sitting right, okay? Maybe there were certain realizations you had about a particular situation, okay? But you didn't know how deep it went. You didn't know how far it went. And it's only until things start to blow up, and there's a reason why Spirit is kind of keeping you separate from this blow up. They want this blow up to happen while you're not in the mix, which is why you've been in this space of really just focusing on yourself. And I'm hearing Spirit has really kept you busy. Like they've kept you so busy that you've literally had the blinders and the blinkers on, and there's something going on with your heart space. So you've been busy with things that really are passionate to you, things that really like do fill your heart up. And I'm also hearing Spirit say that you have needed this because maybe for a long time you've been in this slump, or you haven't really experienced like a level of passion and joy and ambition and motivation for a long time, and something has recently come up, maybe within the last 2 months, that has really like sort of overtaken your attention, and you've literally invested so much into it. But there was a reason for that, okay? It was because there was this shit that was going on behind the scenes. And for some of you, it could have been that you caused, like I said, you caused like a breakup to happen, okay, between maybe 2 people or multiple people, but you have no idea about this, okay? Because I'm kind of getting that you have people take an instant liking to you, okay? You could be someone who's a manifestor or a generator in human design, but people take a liking to you like straight away, right off the back. You could be a life path 3, a life path 9, a life path 2 and a 6. And I'm also getting 8 as well, okay? Or your birthday could be on any of those dates, or you could be born in any of those months, okay? Also the number 7 is significant. But there was just a lot going on behind the scenes, and I feel like you're the type of person who attracts everybody. You attract people who are already in relationships, you attract people that are single, you attract people that are same sex, you attract people that are bi, and sometimes you don't even know what's going on around you. You might energetically feel these things because sometimes you'll pick up on other people's energy and you'll be like, well, whose energy is this? I don't even know this. It's people that literally like you might not even had like a full-on interaction with, but you're attracting these energies so much. But this whole situation with this friendship group and this family is blowing up without you being there, so no one can literally say, oh, you're the reason why A, B, and C, because you had nothing to do with this, you knew nothing about it. And I do feel like in these situations, people are genuinely standing up for you, and some of the people that are standing up for you are going to be your when you hear about this, okay, I feel like you're probably going to hear about this probably towards the end of the month. It might not be right now, it could be right now, but for some of you I feel like it's towards the end of the month. some of these individuals that you are hearing that are sticking up for you, you're going to be surprised, because some of these individuals, you don't even really mess with them like that. It's like, for instance, say you have like a family dynamic and a friendship group where there's a whole heap of you, right? But there are certain people within that friendship group and that family dynamic that are your bona fide, like you and them are tight. But then you have other ones that you're cool with, but you don't really talk like that. The ones that you're like you're so with, let's say they're acquaintance energy, right? They're going to be the ones that are going to really actually be holding it down, and that's going to shock you. You're going to be like, rah, I didn't expect so-and-so to actually have my back on this, and so on and so forth. And some of the people who you thought are the ones who was actually talking rubbish, and you're going to be like, rah, I didn't expect that either. So there's a lot of uncovering, there's a lot of like chat, there's a lot of that's going on, right? But this is all for good things, because you have some really big rewards that are coming in, and some of these rewards are things that you would have maybe shared with the people within this group that you thought were your bona fide, and some of those need to be cleared out so that when they come in, it's not that you want to withhold these rewards from them, but you'll just know better who to give to and who to kind of withhold from. Okay, and I literally said live. Okay, so some of you could live with these individuals, or this could be like a house share, flat share type of situation that's going on. You could have moved out of a flat share recently. There's something about you like moving out of a flat share or something of that nature, right? Okay, you could have lived with these individuals at one stage, but you've moved out, and because you've moved out, to them it seems like you've been distant, but it's not that you're distant, it's just that you're really just focusing on your shit. Like, you're really focusing on your shit, and you just had this renewed energy that's come in, and you've been praying for this renewed energy, and you are literally in the space of just fucking tapping in, like you're locking in, like you're just you're really putting like foot to the ground, and you're just going. Do you know what I mean? And some people are taking this offensively, and some people are like round of applause and cheering you on and really supporting you, you know? And a lot of you as well, what I'm seeing is that as time has gone on, as you've matured, as you've grown, okay, and you could be in this growing phase as well, or you could be someone who's quite young in age but very wise in spirit. As time goes on, as the months and years have gone on, I'm seeing that you have your ideology about a lot of things has shifted. Like the way that you think about things, the way that you relate to things, the way that you view things, how you even act and like present yourself or just show yourself personally for you has changed. And I feel like some of you've had like a really difficult and tumultuous relationship with it when it comes to the aspect of change and shift. Like, you're the type of person who, before, you never used to like when things change. You're kind of like, you might be someone who's classed as like a fixed sign. You liked when things would stay in a certain place. And some of you, this could also be that you're OCD as well. You like things to be a certain way. Clean freak is also what I'm hearing. And there ain't nothing wrong with having a clean space, a clean man, and a clean house, okay? Maybe next to godliness is cleanliness or something like that, right? So you could be in that space, but I'm seeing that you are now allowing yourself to slowly adapt, slowly change, and be flexible, okay? And you're being more flexible with yourself, because maybe for some of you, you used to be in a state of mind where it was rigid. Like, if something didn't get done, you would really, really beat yourself up about it. But it's now like spirit is allowing you to come into this energy of flow and flexibility, and allowing you to slowly, I was going to say drastically, some of you could be making a drastic change, but slowly adapt to the changeable outcomes, okay? So for instance, if you're a person who works out, let's say 4 days a week, if you work out 2 days a week, you're fine. Whereas before doing that, you used to feel like you're a failure, like you couldn't commit to yourself, and so on and so forth. I always say to my clients, right, that when it comes to setting goals and having certain things positioned in life, it's always good to have like your minimum and your maximum, okay? So minimum times a week that you're going to work out, and it's still an achievement for you. Even if you go once, you've still achieved your goal. And then your maximum is 4, and if you've achieved your 4, excellent. But as long as you've done the minimum, you are still keeping that promise to yourself. Do you understand? Because you have to understand, life has moments of fluidity, okay? It's supposed to flow, and trying to be fixed, the system that we're in, it tries to get you to be fixed, and then with that fixation, you beat yourself up and you're hard on yourself. And now some of you are really undoing and unlearning that way of being, and you're allowing yourself to just be in a space of change, allowing yourself to be in a state of flow, allowing you to have your minimums and your maximums. Okay, if I only get that done once this week, that's cool, right? So it's like allowing yourself to be in the space of flexibility, okay, and a gradual change, so that it doesn't feel so drastic, and it disrupts your nervous system. Again, a lot of you have been in the space of working on nervous system regulation, which, well done. You can't clap right now because I'm holding the phone, but well done for you. We're giving you clicks, okay? So that's the space that I'm seeing you in, and it's just like you've literally just been in a space of just renewal, okay? Allowing these ideologies to level you up. You've been reading, you maybe even been writing, and you've been taking it like one step at a time. Some of you may have been in a space where you weren't really a reader, and now you're a reader. Or some of you are like, okay, you don't necessarily like reading books, but now you're like, okay, I don't like reading books, but what's the next best thing? An Audible. So you're listening to audio books. Some of you are tapping into certain podcasts. But what I'm seeing as well is that maybe you was the type of person who would hear information and like run with it. I feel like you're the type of person now who you're questioning everything. There's like, okay, what about this resonates with me and what about this doesn't? And then you're doing your own self-study on these things, and it's bringing you into a place of doing more research. So it's helping you to understand the way you think and why you feel like, okay, I'm hearing what that person says, but that doesn't quite resonate with me, but this does. And then the things that don't resonate with you are like, okay, let me do some research on this. And then more questions are being posed, and you're going into this space of not only self-discovery, but I'm hearing planetary discovery. So understanding the world as a whole, but this whole system as a whole. Do you know what I mean? Understanding like some of you are really diving into like astronomy, esoteric knowledge and things like that, right? Understanding different like modalities of energy work, or different religions and things like that. Like you're really diving in and trying to understand the whole, but you're trying to understand the whole and how it relates to you, you know? And this is really showing in your aura. It's showing in like your skin. It's showing in how you talk. It's showing in your whole demeanor. It's showing in everything that you are doing, okay? I just feel like your energy just feels really, really good right now. And baby, let me just say, Libra season looks good on you, girl. Looks good on you, boy. Like, it just looks good, right? And I just feel like I said, some of you have got birthdays coming up. So you could just be in this space where it's just like, whatever helps you to be in this feel good energy, you are just applying energy to. And you've been noticing that the more your energy is focused and on a certain thing, the more that blossoms, or the more inspiration you get for it, or the more you can move through it or move towards it. But everything seems like it's just moving in your favor, okay? Even though you have these shitstorms that are happening, they're happening on the outside of, like, let's say your energetic barrier or gate, because you are someone who is highly protected. You've hit a certain frequency where there are certain low frequency that can't get to you, but they're trying to get to the things that are around you. That's the thing. When you go up in frequency, you have to understand that when your frequency hits a certain, let's say, peak, right? The things that were on a lower vibration, or the things that were on the frequency you was on before, they can't touch you. So what they try to do, they start to attach themselves, or try to get you through the things and the people that are around you, which is why you might have people chatting shit, or jobs going side up to try and get you back down into that low frequency. But when you maintain that, it's like it doesn't bother you, and you are noticing that your reaction is everything, okay? How you react to things is either going to give you a pleasurable consequence or an unpleasurable consequence, and you're really just understanding that. It's like you're really diving deep into self-mastery, and it's such a beautiful place to be in. Like, I can really feel this energy, and again, going back to that internal decision, that silent decision that a lot of you have made, okay? Some of you was out loud, some of you was internal. You've allowed and made that decision to apply yourself. You've made a commitment to yourself, and you've only made that commitment to yourself because you don't want everyone getting their energy on what it is that you're trying to do for yourself. So you've made that commitment for yourself, and you've literally been applying it, and it's starting to show. Like, you can see it, like you can feel it, like, and people are reflecting back to you that work that you have been doing, and you're doing it in silence, okay? And at the minute, silence seems to be like your superpower. It seems to be the thing that is helping you to focus, because you don't have all these other different opinions. And at one stage, opinions may have been a really, really important thing to you, especially from the people around you that you would have classed at the time as your nearest and dearest. Some of them may have fallen off. Some of them you may be finding out about in this whole thing that's going on behind the scenes, and it's really just got you in a space of being like, do you know what, let me just keep this between me and source. Let me just keep this between divine mother and father, let me keep this between me and God, because right now that's the only energy that I can fully put my trust in. And it's I'm just locking in. We're all locking in together, okay? So that's the energy that I'm picking up. So it's good energy. I like this energy I'm feeling. So just continue to just lock in and do everything that you feel is best for you, because baby girl, baby boy, it looks good on you. But yeah, that's the message. I hope this resonates. Actually, I intend that this resonates, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I love y'all. Mwah.